Up next on U.S. Bank Business Watch, presented by the Business Courier. A huge economic boost for Cincinnati as a record incentive deal brings GE's new office and up to 2,000 jobs to the banks. Plus, fair pay for CEOs, how Cincinnati companies grapple with the Dodd-Frank law while keeping shareholders happy. And a boost from Hollywood. The mega-hit Broadway musical Jersey Boys looks to cash in on the big screen. We meet its producer, who is a Cincinnati native. U.S. Bank Business Watch is next. Good morning and welcome to U.S. Bank Business Watch. I'm Peg Rasconi. On the Business Courier front page centerpiece this week, 1 week after General Electric announced its move to the banks, we're learning the reasons behind the decision. It turns out impact, not cost, lured GE to the banks. Company and government officials say making an impact on the city, parking, the ability to draw young talent, and the streetcar were among the factors that led GE to select the banks. GE chose the banks over other potential sites in Mason and Oakley for its U.S. Global Operations Center.
Some people will be hired from Cincinnati, but most are new jobs. So these are people that are moving to our region, buying houses, going to our schools, shopping at our stores. So the economic impact for the whole region is just phenomenal.
This city with the riverfront and the Fountain Square and over the Rhine, we're on offense, and we're winning some big deals.
A UC study says the GE office with 1,800 to 2,000 high-paying jobs, depending on which estimate you take, will have a ripple effect through the economy of $1 billion a year, with other jobs being created, supplies being purchased, and even restaurant meals being ordered. Now, also on the Business Courier front page, executive pay. As part of the list section, the Business Courier ranks CEOs by total compensation and bang for the buck. Shane Starkey has spent 15 years working with companies on executive compensation issues. The partner in charge of law firm Thompson Hines' Cincinnati office says he's seeing plenty of change these days. Public companies are grappling with requirements of the Dodd-Frank law enacted in 2010. At the same time, they're trying to keep shareholders happy.
Shareholders have taken a much larger role in the process thanks to a provision in the Dodd-Frank Act that allows them to vote on the compensation program of the top executives.
Starkey says he's looking for more changes to come. That includes requiring companies to report how much their CEO makes relative to their median worker's salary. Catholic Health Partners has chosen the former Showcase Cinema site in Bond Hill for its new headquarters. In March, Ohio's largest health system announced plans to move from its current space near downtown to a larger one. The organization wanted all of its employees, as well as those from Mercy Health and HealthSpan, to be under one roof. City and community leaders celebrated the announcement and the impact the headquarters will have on that neighborhood.
It's such a vital corner for the city. It's such a vital entryway into Bond Hill. Bond Hill is one of our great historic neighborhoods, and most people who come to Bond Hill come through the Reading Road corridor.
Corinthian Baptist Church owns the 30-acre site and plans to sell all but 5 acres. Assurex Health is named an approved supplier to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs. Now, this could create more jobs at the fast-growing company in Mason. The private firm's GeneSight psychotropic test is designed to help doctors prescribe the best medications to treat patients with mental issues. Both veterans and active duty military personnel could benefit. The test will be available for use by doctors at the VA Medical Center in Cincinnati and other VA facilities nationwide. A Cincinnati manufacturer is building the world's largest cryogenic freezer for perhaps the most delicious reason possible: pizza. CES Freezing Technology in Sharonville plans on shipping out the freezer tomorrow. Most cryogenic tunnel freezers are about 20 feet long and 24 inches deep. This freezer is 90 feet long and 60 inches deep. It will freeze 40,000 pounds of pizza per hour.
Cryogenic freezing is primarily used to preserve high-quality products because it freezes it faster, it does less damage to the products that are being frozen. So That's the primary difference between cryogenic freezing and mechanical refrigeration.
It's being made for a frozen pizza company through the company's sales engineer isn't naming which one. It's called the Rise of the Rest Tour, and no, that's not a country music group. But it did involve a tour bus. AOL co-founder and venture capitalist Steve Case chose Cincinnati as one of 4 U.S. cities to spotlight vibrant entrepreneurship. The other cities were Detroit, Pittsburgh, and Nashville. U.S. Commerce Secretary Penny Pritzker joined Case on the Cincinnati stop. The idea is to spread the word that there's more to high-tech and internet startups than just Silicon Valley, Boston, and Austin.
Well, I think there's great entrepreneurial regions all over the country, including Cincinnati. They don't get a lot of attention, and that's really the purpose of the Rise of the Rest Tour, to go around the country, in the middle of the parts of the country, and celebrate what great entrepreneurs are doing, building great companies.
Among the companies visited in Cincinnati, one called Loop, which speeds up real estate transactions by having all the documents available online so people don't have to drive back and forth to the broker's office, the title company, and the bank. 5 years ago, Loop was founded by 2 people. It now has 120 employees. The tour bus also stopped at Centrifuge, Road Trippers, and the Brandery Accelerators. And one highlight of the visit, a pitch competition between 8 local startups. Framery, which produces special eyeglass lenses with interchangeable frames, took home an investment from Case of $100,000. Well, more than $300 million worth of renovation work is needed to save 2 of Cincinnati's most iconic buildings, Music Hall and Union Terminal. Last week, the Greater Cincinnati Foundation, one of the groups behind a task force to save the buildings, committed $1 million in the form of a grant.
We decided, along with the Hale U.S. Bank Foundation, to co-sponsor what is now known as the Cultural Facilities Task Force. Over a period of 7 months, this group did outstanding work, analysis, very tight, very detailed, to find out how much does it really cost for this building, and where will we get the money from, and what should the so-called capital stack look like for a project of this magnitude, because it's huge.
The National Trust for Historic Preservation placed Music Hall and Union Terminal on its list of the nation's most endangered historic places. It's the first time in 27 years that 2 sites from the same city were included on that list. Former Procter